we are going to jump right into these 6 decoupage projects. The first one is this thrifted container. It had some paper plates and napkins in it. And so I'm just going to decoupage the top. I first painted it white. It took a lot of coats to cover up that decoration. Painted it white, and now I'm adding my decoupage glue. And then I am applying my tissue paper. And I am just positioning it here over the glue to just get it just right. And there is some give in terms of being able to maneuver the paper a bit to get it just right. And now I'm just wrapping that plastic bag over my hand and then smoothing down my paper. And no, this is not a commercial for Hobby Lobby. It just happened to be the bag that I had close by. Anyway, I'm smoothing down that paper. And then once it has an opportunity to dry, or we just speed it up a bit with my heat gun, then I will remove the excess paper from around the edges with my sander. And this is a pretty coarse sander that I had, a sandpaper that I wrapped around a block of wood. But you can also use an emery board. That works well as well. And so now I'm just moving the excess paper. And then once we get that done, I'll seal the top and let that dry. And the paper used in this project was D223. It's on Etsy and PamBranchDesigns.com. And I first sprayed it with some acrylic sealer, and I didn't really like the way it sealed it. And I just put some matte Mod Podge over the top. And I kind of gooped it on a bit, a little too much. It's better to work in thin layers. If you need more than one layer, just work in thin layers. Like apply a layer, let it dry, then apply another layer. And there was so much on there. I used a makeup applicator from the Dollar Tree to just smooth out the brush strokes in the decoupage glue. And here it is when it's dry. I love the way it turned out. The peach color is so vibrant. All right, I'm moving on to the next project. So this is a scrap piece of wood that was on my husband's scrap wood pile in our garage. And then I just played around with it. I painted it white and then used some gold paint around the edges. Blended it a bit. I blended it so much it actually ended up looking tan with a little white in the center. But right here I'm putting down my decoupage glue, and then this is the paper that I'm using. And this is D169, and it's one of my favorites and bestsellers. I'm just positioning it over my wood. And this one is rice paper. The first one was tissue paper. So when you're looking at the options on my website, just pay attention to the type of paper it is. I have rice paper, tissue paper, and also mulberry paper. I think it's only one design in mulberry paper, but generally the rice paper is heavier than the tissue paper. So I'm just sanding away at the edges like before, and then wiping away the dust. And as you can see, the edges are a little bit more rustic. I used a little bit more sanding there. And then I just put a little bit of gold paint around the edges, sort of adding the gold back in that I sanded away. And then gave it a quick dry. And then after it's dry, just adding another coat of my Mod Podge to act as a sealant. And this is just a simple shelf sitter or desk sitter. And I love the way it turned out. Okay, so we're moving on to the next project, and I'm using my paintbrush with a little bit of water to break down some of those fibers a little bit to make it easier for me to rip the paper around the outside of the design. And then I'll use this paper to create the decoration, the decoupage, so to speak, over the small tin. So I'm going to work my way around the edges. I've already added my decoupage glue. Just working that gently and then smoothing it down with my thumb. You can also use a paper bag. I mean, not paper bag, a plastic bag. And then I'm using the next paper. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just using my paintbrush. I'm dampening the paper. I'm going to rip away at the design. just leaving the part that I want to use. Then I'll add the glue to my base of the project and then add the paper. And since this is a repeating pattern paper, I'm going to be lining up the last paper with this one that I'm applying now. Now what I should have done is turn the paper around, but I didn't realize as I was doing it. So you just want to make sure that your sunflowers line up. I should have flipped it around the other way. It still looks fine though. So once I get that lined up to the best of my ability, I'm just going to smooth my paper down and then just keep working around the outer rim of this paper. I also could have used a pouncer instead of a paintbrush to paint the tin, because you can see the brush strokes on the tin, and they do show a little bit through the paper, but for me, it's not that serious. I'm just making this for me. And if you have questions about any of these projects, feel free to leave them below. I'm just cutting the edge so that I can make sure that it lines up with the last paper. And I think this time I get them lined up correctly, design-wise. Yeah, I had it turned around correctly this time. Even though it still left a little line, but it's okay. And then just smoothing it down. And we're going to work our way around the entire edge of the container. And of course, once I get this down, there's a small gap. So I just had to be a little creative and use another piece of the sunflower, and it blends in really well. When you have sort of a busy pattern, it makes it easier for you to blend things. I didn't like that straight line, so I just figured I would just take a little away and then make it blend a little easier or a little nicer, smoother blend. And just ripping away some of the edges and then applying down this like last piece. Sometimes decoupage can be like a little puzzle. Just applying some more of my glue. And I find that the Deco Art napkin glue works better with tissue paper than Mod Podge, which is a little heavier. I think the Mod Podge works better with rice paper. But if you have other glues that you prefer, please leave them below. I'm always interested in trying some of these other glues and sealants. And so now I'm just using my sandpaper wrapped around my wood block again to just remove some of that excess paper. And then when I'm done removing that excess paper, then I'll apply the same glue, which also acts as a sealant around the entire project. And you may have noticed that I didn't show myself painting this or the before. I mean, it was a basic tin. I don't remember what came in it, maybe some gum or something like that. But sometimes I'll paint a bunch of things and then not do anything with them, and then it'll just sit for a while. Like, I have no idea how long this was sitting in my stash. And then there's the top. I tried to do sort of a reverse decoupage, and I applied the glue to the front of the decoupage paper and then applied it to the top. And then I let it dry, and then I tried to rub it off with water, and it just did not work. So I just used my sander. I took it to the bathroom, used some water to soften it to try to get it off. Then I painted over it, and I'm going to just start from scratch. So it has a coat of white paint, and now I'm just painting the sides so that it'll match the sunflowers. And now that that's painted, I'm going to apply Now I'm applying the decoupage glue, and I will apply this other sunflower paper to the top, right side up, and it's going to turn out much better. And once I have it positioned the way I want, then I will let it dry a bit and then remove the excess paper. And there was something underneath there, but this paper, this is rice paper. It has enough give, so to speak, so that I can move the paper if necessary, unlike a napkin. So now I'm just using the same, well, not the same, but a paper bag, not paper bag, plastic bag wrapped around my hand to smooth down the paper. And again, like I said, I'm just using the emery board to take off the excess paper. And I really like the way this turned out. I'm just giving it a good coat of sealant, and then once it's dry, it's all done. I really like the way it turned out. So now moving on to the next project, which first I am cutting the white off the sides of the rice paper. It's got like a brushstroke design with the word mama and some magnolias. But first I have this, I believe it's a 2x4, and I'm just using this scrap wood and I'm painting it white first. And then I'm going to use some watered down paint around the sides and in the back and on top to give it the look of having a stain. So now that I have the color the way I want it, I'm adding my decoupage glue, and then I'm adding my paper. So now I'm just going along the sides and just adding a little bit more of that brown paint to just sort of make the edges look a little bit more rustic. And the ultimate goal with this particular one is to have it look like a little purse. So you can see if you agree with me at the end if that's what it looks like. And you might notice that there's a whole pattern here, especially with the wood. You know, painting it white, applying the glue, etc. But with the wood, one thing you want to make sure of is that your wood is actually smooth. So sometimes it's necessary to give it a light sanding first, or maybe a heavy sanding, depending, just to make sure that the wood is smooth. Because if your base is not smooth, that's going to leave you open to have more wrinkles and bubbles. So now I'm painting these little purple beads that were in my stash, so they'll serve as the bottom sort of grommets of the purse. You know how sometimes little purses have little legs on the bottom, and then I found this handle in my husband's stash. And I thought that turned out really cute. All right, we're moving on. So this was also from my husband's scrap wood pile, and I'm painting it white first. And you don't have to always use white. That tends to be my go-to. But I'm painting the sides. I'm adding in a little of that brown paint to give it the edges a little bit more of a cream color. And then once that dries, we'll do the same thing. We'll add our glue, apply our paper, remove the excess, and then add any finishing touches. Now with this particular paper, because of that butterfly and the way it was positioned, I didn't want to cut off or saw away at the butterfly. So I just used a pair of scissors and cut out the butterfly so that it could still sit sort of around the corner. Now I wanted this one to have even more of a rustic look, so I tilted the sandpaper at a sharper angle, leaning it more onto the actual image to saw some of that away so that the edges would look more rustic and more worn. And I love the way that came out. It's so cute and little. And I'm just going to apply my sealant over the top, and this is going to be like a little shelf sitter. It'll just sit right on my desk, or maybe I'll give it away. One of the things I like about my papers is that they have uplifting messages and pretty images from nature. And so many people find those images and the scriptures uplifting, so they make great gifts. And it's so simple to make. So we're moving on to the next project, and the base of this project is a Dollar Tree cutting board. And I'm going to be doing the same thing, painting it white, letting it dry, applying my glue, and then applying the paper. I think the fun is in the embellishments. Again, I'm adding my glue first. Then I'm applying my paper. And this is tissue paper. Now I did add some eye hooks from a picture hanging kit and put one on each side of the top of the cutting board, and then I grabbed some coat hanger and added some beads that seemed to match the fall theme. And I just used my pliers to make some shapes so that I can attach the hanger to the eye hooks, and then just using my pliers to bend and manipulate the hanger so that it would have some sort of decorative shape. I then went in with my gray and black paint mixture and just went over that gold wire just a bit to take some of that shininess away. Since it's supposed to be a little bit more rustic, I didn't think having a shiny metal would be the right match. And then once that was done, I went ahead and sealed in the project. And after applying the sealant, it's all dry, it's ready to hang up. And I love the way it turned out. I love the finish. It looks so smooth. And there's no wrinkles or bubbles, which I really love. I think smoothing it with the plastic bag while it's wet is helpful. There are so many ways to decoupage, and I hope you subscribe and come on over and join my Facebook group so we can learn more together. Thanks for watching.